And then you recently moved your license.
Correct.
So why did you move your license?
So I always look at everything from a business standpoint, and I truly try to look at things as a long play. I have always been like that with everything that I do. I've only ever been with one brokerage.
Right.
Like,
much appreciated.
You're welcome. I mean, what was that? 9 years? 9, 10?
2008. So,
oh Christ, yeah. What was that? 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So time flies by.
Yeah.
You had said, here, how about you research this?
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. And then a week later, you said, did you do any research? And I said, no. So then I knew, because you asked me a second time, okay, this might be something I need to look into.
This is not one of Steve's shiny objects.
Yes. Steve is onto something here. So 100% full disclaimer here. I pass that responsibility on to my wife.
The smart one.
Absolutely. She is 100% the brains.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, look through this. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. And she was like, okay. And she loves to read and research. That's right up her alley. And she hit it hard for like 3 days. Came out of the lab, looking like, okay, I got questions and we need to talk to brokers and we need to talk. I'm like, cool, let's get down to brass tacks. Let's figure it out. So we went through all of it. Actually got the broker on the phone, who, ironically enough, we used to do her short sales back in the day. So we had a good working relationship with her, and said, look, these are some of our facets of business. These are some of our operations. Do these or do these not fit within your brokerage? Well, yes, they all do. Fantastic. Okay. So then I broke it down even further and looked at it. And again, I'm a long play person. I'm always looking 5 years, 10 years down the line. Where will I be with that? Not 5 minutes, 5 months. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
When I sat there and looked at it, I was like, this is a situation where I'm going to be rewarded for what I'm already doing, which is great. And I love that. Trust me, I love being rewarded for what I'm already doing. But when you start rewarding me into 7 figures within 5 to 10 years, I get a little bit more excited about that.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And we broke it down, looked at it. I talked to my wife. I went into it as well with our team members behind us because, in our free time, we also run a real estate team.
Right.
I looked at it from their aspect because ultimately, at the end of the day, if it doesn't make sense to them, it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
I want it to make sense for them too. I broke it down and I was like, damn, there's no losing side to this.
Right.
And that was the thing for me where finally I was like, all right, let's make the move. Let's move the team over there. Let's get acquainted with the system and get everything cooking and moving, and we can go ahead and go from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited about the move. Been there a month. Pretty well cleared our cap within a month. Fun times. But already starting to reap a lot of benefits and rewards out of it, where, again, just looking at it, I was like, all right, retrospect, really wish that this would have been like 5 years ago.
Right.
Because we'd be 5 years ahead of where we're at right now. But you know what? I kind of view it as being in on the ground level with something, and that's always a cool place to be.
It is a cool place to be. And we looked at a few different options, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, you've been my top performer for many, many years now. So, like, anytime someone's like, hey, Steve, you should come look at this. I was like, I don't know, but let me talk to Matthew. Because if he says no, we're not doing it.
Yep.
Right? So, I mean, we looked at one point, Remax.
Correct.
We looked at KW.
Correct.
We looked at EXP.
Correct.
And we looked at Real.
Correct.
And this is the first time I was like, oh, this actually makes sense.
Correct. And it was that sitting down with the broker, making sure that all of our aspects were there and covered, and they were. And I was like, okay, there's no reason that this doesn't make sense.
Right.
And, it's nice. Like, I've already gone through it, experienced it for this first month, and already seen the rewards, which it's kind of almost funny seeing it because I'm like, holy crap, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And, I was even talking to a good buddy of mine. And he was like, so why'd you make a move? He's like, you of all people. And, I told him, and it wasn't even a, hey, come join me. I want you on my team. But we were sitting there talking. And at the end of the conversation, he goes, so like, can you do lunch next Wednesday or Thursday? Because I really want to sit down and understand these numbers. And I was like, yeah, buddy, like, let's do it. Like, absolutely. Because if that helps you and helps your team, cool. Like, let's do it. If it doesn't, I don't care. I'm going to still do deals with you.
Right.
That's how this is going to work.
And it certainly helps that the DB is Chelsea.
Yes, absolutely.
Someone you destroyed those back with a long time ago, and someone I met at the 40 and the 40 back when we were under 40.
And it's
been a few years.
Looking in the rear.
Right. And our friend Steve Valentine, right, is over there. And then we get to collaborate with, Ryan Zolan, Ryan Pineda, and so on. So if you guys are interested in this, right, I mean, getting a chance to pick this guy's brain, I would say for sure, right, check out Real.
Yep.
Right. Joining in Matt's downline.